Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I am Berg. Welcome back to the Let's Play. In the last episode, we made this iron farm, which has been working quite well. Got a good amount of iron in here while I've been just sort of AFK doing some other things. I did have to widen the area around it because I did have an iron golem just like spawn. I don't know where he spawned in. So I just made everything wider just to be safe. Villagers are still okay in there. Zombies doing all right. I've just been doing some like off-camera little supplies and farm and gathering just to get some resources. We've got some sheep here I've been shearing. Got our bamboo. We got some more chests. We got our sugarcane growing. We have got carrots. We've got wheat. We have melons over there. And we're building up our cows. Slowly over time. I've also, as you probably noticed, turned some of the diamonds that we made last time, put them into armor. And we have an enchanter. Now, I don't want to do any of the little baby enchants just yet. What I want to do is get all of the bookshelves and everything and get some fancy enchants. Now, for that, we're going to need levels. And right now, there's a skeleton spawner right beneath our feet waiting to be dealt with. Now, the one problem with making the skeleton spawner is that I do not have any soul sand. And unless I want to sit there swinging for the next 100 years, we're going to have to go get some soul sand. We're going to have to go head into the nether really quick. I don't feel like I'm going to be appropriately geared up for the hard difficulty in the nether, but so we're just gonna go in there, find some soul sand, hopefully get a good spawn, and immediately run out. Oh yeah, making a lazy portal. Beautiful. Got a gold helmet, shield is on. Got all of my possible materials that I'm gonna need. I only have this bow with 4 arrows. We run into a ghast. That's gonna be super inconvenient. So let's see what we get. You know what, actually? Oh my god, that's terrifying, but that's profoundly convenient. Oh no, I'm not dealing with this. What's that over there? Is that a structure? No. It's a ghast. Not dealing with it. Nether fortress right next to us. Oh! That's actually an incredible spawn. That's going to be really handy for getting blaze rods for whenever we want to get to the end. Okay, that actually went a lot better than I expected. I recorded this assuming that I was going to like fall off, be 15. Going to be like stuck on an island in the middle of lava or something and have to go searching. But no, we got soul sand. That means that we are able to make a proper spawner. So right now, you're catching me in what I do most often in Minecraft, which is run around aimlessly in circles, being indecisive. So for the skeleton spawner, to make it efficient, we have the soul sand that we just got, and we need to make a water elevator to move the skeletons up. Now, I could just put buckets of water in the entire thing. But that is a pain. Or we get some kelp. I don't have any kelp. I don't know where kelp is. I don't know where an ocean is. I don't know. So it'd have to be an adventure to go find some. Although I am thinking at this point, I'm gonna need kelp in the future at some point anyways for something else. And the pain of just like repeatedly bucketing over and over again is too great. So we're going to go on an adventure. I need some adventuring supplies. we have a good amount of wool, so we'll bring a bed with us. Not how much, but okay. We got a bunch of food. Got some gear. I'll bring some iron along as well, just in case. Bring a boat. Never know when that's going to come in handy. And let's go find ourselves an ocean. So I'm thinking in terms of just random direction to pick. North. Most of my server time has been spent traveling north. North hasn't done me wrong yet, so we're going north. Be nice if we found a saddle for some of these horses as well. That would be really nice, but ooh. I'm secretly hoping that I'm gonna go, ooh, it's a new dog. Excellent. Oh, a village. Okay. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Now this is not technically exciting, but can't actually get tall grass, not otherwise, other than finding it in chests in savannah villages. So that's actually really rare. Compass. We'll take a compass. So there is functionally no use for it, except for being cool that we got one. Was that ocean up there? I'm gonna have to go underwater for the kelp. Excellent. Go look for a little treasure map along the way, am I right? Take that. 2 of them. All in all, a successful journey. Take a different route back to see if we can't discover some other things. See where this ocean goes to, and then disembark and head back. Hoping to find like ocean monument or something. Not to do anything with now. I'm not anywhere close to geared up for it, but future, write it down. Is that the same village that I went through, or is that a different? I think different. The village is all over the place. God, is another village. Home sweet home. Wasn't a long adventure. We got a few things that are going to really help us out. We did get kelp. We got a bunch of hay. Rare tall grass. 2 other like bits and pieces, some emeralds, and most excitingly, a saddle. Grab one of these horses. Love me? Yeah. Are you quick? Not bad, not bad. Okay. This is a serviceable horse. That's gonna make adventuring a lot easier. Yes. See, I normally play with the friendly animal sounds off, turn off mine carts and this. But I don't want to take away from the experience. I don't want to remove from the meat experience. I only have so much. I need to really hype up what I got. Well, we have everything we should need. Make ourselves a skeleton spawner. Right, so I'm trying to also do this without, you know, forgetting. I'm pretty sure I can do this from memory. Here's me digging out a spawner. Everything was pretty much going fine. This is a pretty straightforward process until I started digging the tunnel upwards. As we can see, we ran immediately into a problem. Hmm. This isn't the problem I expected to run into. Also, why are you over here? Making a monstrosity to deal with that, you know, build. Okay, skeleton spawner is done. Out the torch and replaced with the slab. Boy. Let's go see. Now, something you're probably gonna notice, as you probably noticed in the little time lapse there. I wanted to do the. Why are you? Where are they getting out? I wanted to have it so that they take fall damage, and it wasn't tall enough, so we currently have this monstrosity. We have the skeleton pipe coming over the lands, but it'll all be worth it if it functions. Let's see. Okay, well, I missed a block to take out. So, there's going to be a bit of a pileup. That's going to be an extraordinarily dangerous hole to go fix. Okay. Try to make them fight amongst themselves for the first little bit. Literally just that. Struggle bus our way back. All right. Walking past my cobblestone skeleton tube of shame every single time is gonna feel bad. I have to decorate that just so I just don't feel as awful walking past it. Now, we got skeletons, and we're one-shotting them. Now we're cooking. In theory. Yeah, everything's working fine. It's just gonna take a while to get them to be sucked up. They're sucked up there. Work it down. They get a little stuck there, but they fall down here anyway, so that's all that matters. Not efficient, but starter farm, starter XP, initial enchantments. We are ponging out of control. So I think I'm going to AFK here for a little bit and just standing here at the skeleton farm. Just been kind of getting a few levels just before starting enchanting some gear. And, you know, I'm paranoid using my little cheaty cam to make sure it works, checking, following stuff, making sure they go all the way up the shame tube. But then, you know, I was talking last episode about the downside of things like this, where I don't want to, like, you want to explore. You want to be able to find stuff naturally sometimes, just kind of get the feeling of the world. Until I was like looking through the angles and making sure everything worked, and then whoop, trial chamber just down there. And it's not like I can miss it. It's just there. It's the brightest, greenest thing on the planet, directly below where I've basically been standing. So that's neat. I do not have the ability to deal with that. I'm not geared up enough for it. But you can get some goodies from there later. It's nice to know it's there. I'd rather find out normally, but or dig it or like accidentally, you know. But that's the world we live in. Well, all right, we got ourselves an enchanter with the right number of bookshelves and a grindstone. And I don't have a lot of gear worth enchanting. I'm gonna need to go down the cave and get more diamonds. Let's just helpful if I had materials. Let's just see what we can manage to get. Efficiency, fire protection, regular protection, breaking, loyalty. Do fire protection. Fire protection on breaking's not bad. Protection 3, feather falling 3. Efficiency 4. Protection 3. Protection 3. Efficiency 4. Fortune 3, breaking 3. Ooh, that's a good enchant. Breaking 3. Depth Strider. I like that. Fire protection. Okay, I actually want Depth Strider because dealing with the water without Depth Strider has been driving me nuts. Fire protection and unbreaking as well. Okay, this isn't bad. Blast protection or pure. Okay, well. And unbreaking 3. Not too bad on the enchantments. Well, not deal. I'll take that. Got a good pick. Good starting enchantments to go off of. Now that is excellent. Now later, we're going to be dealing with making a villager breeding center, which we can turn into a trading hall to make sure we get all the enchants that we could possibly want. For now, though, I think before doing that, it's going to be time to head back into the caves and get some diamonds so that I can actually have some gear worth enchanting and not just like an iron shovel. Christ. Okay, quick caving section done. 32 diamonds. Enough to replace all the rest of this gear. So we can... Wasn't wearing a helmet. Oh, it must have broke. Oh. Okay, no, that's good. Take that. Channel shovel. Protection. All right. It's a fully enchanted gear. Not all the best, but you know, that doesn't really work. But some basics that should help us get along before we start putting together the villager breeding center. I'm recording this at 2 a.m. because I wanted to get that part done. And a lot of this is taking me a lot longer than I expected it was going to take. So. Where are you spawning? Buttoned up the top there. Where? Oh, God sakes. Anyways, the point being that I'm gonna start doing villager breeder tomorrow. Villager breeder, and then we can get a good amount of villagers for some emerald trades. We're gonna get some other enchanted books that we'll need. Oh, it's a shovel. Oh, it feels good. Sorry, got distracted. Get some of the enchanted books we need. Some emeralds. Question? Whatever. I'm getting distracted. The point is, we'll put that together tomorrow, and then we can have all of the enchants we want before we start taking on the next set of projects. So there's a bit of a problem with the iron farm. I did notice at a certain point it stopped producing iron golems. I was like, that's a problem. And some iron farms that are like this that don't have any pistons or anything moving the zombie around, they can get into a problem where the villagers get stuck in a certain spot and they won't sleep. They need to sleep to produce the iron. So I just waited until the cover of night, took the zombie out, moved it around a bit so the villagers could sleep, put the zombie back, started producing iron again. Now the problem was that where I put the zombie was too close. I was walking around and I heard some noises that they're not the right noises. Actually, I have the sound off currently, but they weren't the right noises. So I went in and investigated, and yep. So I one of them is gone because I presumably they got converted, and it despawned because none of the villagers are named. So I kind of hurried, put them in this boat, put them in a nice little shelter up here. I don't have the materials to convert them back yet. So that's a problem. But we're not gonna have to worry. That's wrong. We're not gonna have to worry about that for long, because it is time to put together the villager breeder. I'm thinking I don't want to move the villagers, so I think I'm literally just gonna build it around them, just where they're at, and then just break down the fence. And then we'll have the output go out this way, so that we can start building up a trading hall and then maybe a proper iron farm that isn't dependent on them. No, just a better one. So here we are building the villager breeding center, and there are villagers in it. They didn't render in flashback for some reason. I'm not really 100% sure why. And a couple doors, some roof, and we're getting stuff and clearing it out. There's villagers, I swear. So, staircase up this. We got a villager breeder. Here they are. Now, these two farmers, they will kiss. And this guy watches. I've included accidentally, because I kept 3 people in here, I have added a cuck to my villager breeder. And I don't think that's a good idea, but we can add some more workstations if we need to turbocharge this at some point. So in here, we have carrots. Farmers, they will grab the carrots. Eventually, they'll start throwing carrots at each other when they get enough. And that gets the juices flowing. What happens is they make a baby. The baby sees through this little spot here. And he does too. Some beds. Delicious beds that they want to jump up and down on. And they run for it, and they fall into the hole. And if we go over here, we got 2 little villagers in there. 2 little baby villagers. Now, I will admit, one of them did escape because I messed up building the tunnel. I threw in carrots at the villagers before I finished the tunnel. And the baby villager just sort of came in, fell in the tunnel, and just walked out. And it was nighttime, and then it immediately died. So, that's not ideal. And right here we got a little dispensing station. We got a couple mine carts. Hit this button. Mine cart will go. We can take this trail to wherever we want to go. And that's going to go to wherever our future trading hall goes. Standing here actually right now thinking, where do I put the trading hall? So there's a lot of open space over this way. Not that the defunct iron farm doesn't work currently, but like over here, this is the entrance to, this is one of the entrances to the cave. So I could put it just here. My main limit is just rails I want to build. It's not really a bad thing. I can manage that. So I think, yeah, over there for the villager breeder, no, for the trading hall. We'll get a couple farmers first so that we can get, we can trade in our collection of produce to get some emeralds. And then we'll get some librarians to get the enchantments you want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the kind of the main enchantments I want to get first. I want to make sure that we get Silk Touch and Mending. Those are the two that are the most important. Just a lot of my life will become easier once I have some Silk Touch. And when I get Mending, I can fix stuff, and life is good. Once I have those two, then basically go through the list of everything I could want as much as humanly possible. All the protections, the looting, the fortune, as much as we can get. And then we can use this area. We could probably expand some of these farms out a little bit as a mending station. We can just trade with villagers to get as much mending as possible. I'm also going to build I don't have the materials to do this. I don't have the materials to cure villagers yet. To get some lower prices. But I can build up the villager breeder, the village trading hall. Got breeding on the mind, you know. This doesn't paint me in an excellent light. You can scratch that. Trading hall, get some better prices, but I'm going to build the little back channel for the zombie and the mechanic to get them exposed. And then once we get enough materials, we'll be able to cure some villagers, get some better prices, cheaper books, more emeralds, all as well. We just got to basically just wait for these guys to reach adulthood. You can say also you can tell what my priorities are, right? Because there's a lot of villager breeder designs out there. I like this one. It's a little bit, it's expandable too. I can add more workstations there. I can add more beds here, and then we can get more and more villagers, right? And a lot of the other ones, they have the villagers basically, they're just like kind of like locked in the sky on a big pillar, just kind of stuck together, never moving, and then, you know, the babies fall out. And ironically, this one is more humane. You know, a lot of villagers, a lot of things you use villagers for aren't particularly humane. And this one's more humane. They have like ample space to walk around. They don't have beds. And all the children end up in the well. But relatively, it's more humane. So we got that going for us. I think that means it's time to get the materials together. We'll build a trading hall while we wait for adulthood. So this right here is the basics of the station that every villager is going to be in. Well, I'm going to be adding a roof, obviously, to keep them safe. But basically, all we got to do is we're going to be essentially just bringing the rails up and dropping them onto this piston here. When the piston's up, they will stand. They'll be blocked in so they can't get out, and they'll be here providing business. In the back here channel in the future, once again, I'm not doing this now, but we will later. This is a back channel that a zombie's going to live in. When we want to turn our villager, hit the lever, the villager will be down here, and the zombie can reach. Have piston up. You might think that the zombie is able to reach, but it actually can't. It isn't able to make eye contact. It doesn't go for it. So that's going to be the basic setup. And you can repeat these cells as much as you want All you just need is regular piston. And this is not clear. There's redstone under the workstation, whatever workstation you're going to give them. That's powered by the lever, which pulls up the piston. So I'm going to just build a whole bunch more of these. All right, we've got the basics of a villager trading hall going. Got 3 farmers been using for emeralds. They'll have the channel in the back. And we have silk touch, mending, looting, and infinity. That's what we have right now. It's going to take some time to get some of the other enchantment trades going, but I figured this would be a good place to update before just, publishing. Got our little rail line. I've expanded some of these farms a little bit so we can get our produce faster. You can see the rail line. I just kind of demolished this. Got a good number of villagers in here. If we have a look, we are very ready. Now, one of the things that ended up happening was I was standing here for a little bit and just kind of letting the villagers do their thing. And they weren't breeding. They weren't even picking the carrot. They weren't doing anything. And I was lost. I was very confused. I was like, why aren't these villagers breeding? So my first guess was it was the cuck's fault. So he's dead. I couldn't get him out, and I was annoyed, so I just killed him to see what would happen. Nothing. I tried removing all the carrots first. Nothing. Throwing more in. If I threw in more carrots, they would just be like, nice, and make a baby. The problem was, and this is something I didn't know. I didn't know that where this workstation was mattered. I had them originally up here because I was like, okay, we just need to have them give them jobs, and for them to get the job, it doesn't really matter. But in order for them to actually do the action of picking the carrots to breed, these needed to be 1 lower. I don't know why specifically, but they just wouldn't interact with it. As soon as I put them 1 lower, they started pumping out new villagers. So I didn't need to kill this guy, but he will be missed. We have plenty of villagers. Actually, you know what? May as well take a moment to do the loading process, actually, because it's not like interesting. Because usually what happens is I just like, put in the villager, and then it's about 20 minutes trying to get the right trades on them. But we'll kind of just do the process just to show it off. I suppose we're gonna need my villager things. This lectern's piston, lever, the trapdoors, and redstone dust. So go quickly, just make a little cell and get a villager in. We'll experience his journey together. But I've just been here, just trying to like get some emeralds, get some more produce and stuff. I've had a couple zombies show up very suddenly. It made me nervous that they were going to accidentally turn these guys. But I located all of the different places they were spawning of. A couple of little weird hidey holes here and there. Okay. That goes there. Go piston. This. That's good enough. I'll go grab our villager. Yeah, I expanded this a whole lot because I wanted to get as much produce as possible. Go hit this button, and off he goes. And there he is. Trapdoor down, move the rail, place the rail with lever, thunk. Flap the minecart. Minecart falls in behind him most of the time. That's it. Like turn down. Sometimes I've noticed they get nervous if you're staring at them. They won't pick up a job, so you gotta leave. You gotta pretend you're not looking. And then they'll pick up a profession. Aha! Aha! Perfect. And we just repeat this process so we get what we want. I'm not going to do that here. That's terrible. Anyhow, I think that's the perfect time to call it for the episode. Got a lot of progress. We fixed the broken iron farm. We've done caving. We've got a trading hall. We made a villager breeder. Farms galore. Into the nether. Kelp. We got a whole bunch of stuff. So I think that's probably enough. I forgot the skeleton spawner I made too. We made one of those. So next episode, I'm thinking we're gonna go. Oh, this is actually really hard to do. How do YouTubers do this? We're gonna go. I'm gonna spend some time off camera, just sort of trying to get all the enchantments, get all my villagers ready, and then I can't stand the sneak. So it's time to go find a deep dark and get Swift Sneak, ancient city, and hope for the best. And then maybe, if there's enough time, depending on how long it takes to find one, maybe we build an actual house. Because this is what I'm living out of, all right? I'm living here. This is no way to live. Maybe we build an actual, like a little starter home here so we can stay. We can kind of keep ourselves a little bit organized while we're here, setting up our starting resources. But yeah, made it this far. Once again, thank you for watching. Appreciate you. If you liked what you see, make sure to hit the like button, maybe leave a comment. And if that sort of thing interests you, maybe subscribe and hit the fucking bell. I'm sorry, guys. Thanks for watching.